Fix my eyelash. Hey, beautiful people. Whew. I'm trying to fix it, y'all. My eyelash is doing its own thing this morning. Okay, let me go grab my shoes. Whew. Hey, beautiful people. Had to fix my eyelash, y'all. He was doing his own little thing. Okay, put my watch back on so we can count these steps. Hey, Teresa. Ugh. Man, my body's a little sore. So I already walked this morning. Okay, so I'm at 14,308 steps. I'm trying to put my shoes on. I'm feeling pretty good, just a little tired. Try to get these shoes on. So I'm wearing my New Balance today. Normally when y'all see me, I wear my Nikes. Tanika, you all here? My legs are still tired from this morning. Shoot, I think I look tired from this morning. I told y'all, I always do the one thing you're not supposed to do, and that's lay down. I told y'all I have like this workout blanket. It's a blanket that I lay on anytime I get done working out. That way I'm not laying in my bed, because I'm working, but I'm here. I love it. So I got my walking pad. Backwards today. So I'm walking backwards. So we're gonna start slow, just get myself warmed up. I mean, I'm pretty warmed up, but you know what I mean. To get myself going. My legs are pretty tired. So let me put it on indoor walk so I can get this hour. So I'm not starting off too fast because I am walking backwards. Remember, when you walk backwards, you're working more of that posterior kinetic chain. So you tend to hit your toes a little more. So we work those calf muscles, those hamstrings, glutes. But yeah, I don't plan on getting that many steps in during this hour. That's why I'm walking backwards. The goal is to really work the backside and not really get the steps. This morning I did 12,500 steps. Now I'm just going for an hour, okay? So that is the goal. 1 hour. We got a couple of health and fitness topics that I will hit today. Kellis is here. I'm here to get the second half complete, but not backwards. But I'm not walking that fast. I'm not walking that fast. I can probably go faster than what I am right now, though. Sometimes walking slower is harder than walking fast. But I'm not walking that fast. I do want to hit my calves. You know, something about how that calf muscle look when you in heels. So I like working on these calf muscles as well. But yeah, I don't think I'm gonna get that many steps in on this one. So the goal, like I said, y'all, is an hour. We'll see how this goes. So I just want to throw this out there. So during my break between workouts, I did start watching the movie. Is it Ruth and Boaz? Is that the name of the movie? I can't remember if that's the name of it. But if you're familiar with the book of Ruth, it gives the story of Ruth and Boaz. So there's a movie on Netflix from Tyler Perry. Hold on, let me move my computer closer to me. Because I want to look it up to make sure I'm saying the right thing. The right name. I'm feeling told real bad walking back. I need no distractions. Y'all are funny. Yeah, it's called Ruth and Boaz. It is called Ruth and Boaz. Okay, yeah. So, I just started watching the movie. I got like 30 minutes left. But so far, it's pretty good. I thought when I saw a preview of it on Netflix, I thought it was going to be kind of cheesy. I'm like, but if you're familiar with the story of Ruth and Boaz from the Bible, it actually is pretty good. They put like a little modern spin on it. So I actually like it. I didn't think I was going to like it. But I like watching like Bible stories. Sometimes I just watch Bible studies on YouTube. Cause like I said, I'm a visual learner. Hey champion. I'm trying backwards too. Okay. Yeah, I'm telling you, backwards will give you a whole different feel. Sometimes I do have to keep looking down. Just to make sure I'm walking backwards straight. Because, you know, the walking paths, they're smaller than a treadmill. So one misstep, I'm flying right into this camera. I'll probably try to pick it up in a little bit, but my hips are already very tight from this morning's walk. I told y'all my left hip gets really tight because of my endometriosis and my adenomyosis. I don't know why it's that left side, but I guess that's just the side that's affected more. So my left side gets really, really, really tight. So I probably have to do a little bit of stretching today. Even though tomorrow is a stretch day, so tomorrow is stretching and leg day, I'm definitely going to have to do some stretching today of this hip. I did drink some water. So in between workouts, I've been making sure I've been drinking some water. I'm going to go to Aldi. So I got a couple of errands I'm going to run today. First off, I am going to go to the grocery store. Well, I'll see what this Aldi's looking like and what they got in there. But I am going to start putting lemon in my water. We talked about the benefits of lemon. Let me give y'all all the benefits so I don't shortchange it. So lemon water, it hydrates, of course. But vitamin C, antioxidants support the immune system, promotes collagen production. So a lot of people who are really big with their skin looks. It can help with digestion, detoxification. It's a mood booster. So I did say I was going to start adding some lemon to my water. I'm going to go to Aldi and get some dates. I've been listening. So I'm going to get my dates. What else? So even though I like getting my meats from Kroger or the farmer's market, Normally if I get frozen, if I'm going frozen, Walmart, surprisingly enough, even though I don't really shop there, Walmart is only the better place to go if you want frozen meats. So I normally go there to get my lean meats, but so Kroger or Walmart. And then I haven't really bought any meats from the farmer's market. Normally when I go to the farmer's market, I'm getting fruits and veggies. But I was thinking about how I want some beets. I haven't juiced in a while, but I just need to get myself back on a regimen. I don't think I'm gonna juice on Sundays because like I told y'all, I think I was losing the, you know, the fun of juicing for myself, because I feel like when I do it live, it's more of like a cinematic situation versus me just doing what I love, playing my gospel music, being in my zone. So I think I'm gonna go back to doing that, but just on my own. But I am gonna juice. I'm gonna start doing, my friend went to Carousel, I think that's the right way to say it, and bought me back a shot glass. So I'm gonna start doing ginger shots. I ended up throwing away a lot of my stuff when I moved, but I was like, you know what? I'm gonna put a shot glass to use and do ginger shots. So I'm gonna start taking ginger shots. Y'all know I love ginger. And ginger root isn't that expensive. I told y'all you can either use turmeric or ginger. And ginger root, normally you can find that anywhere. Turmeric, more so the way it's packaged, normally it's in like, I don't know if y'all see what mushrooms normally come in the container. Do you have a slug? So I don't know. So mine is a basic juicer. I love it for what it is. But when it comes to me wanting to juice like beets, it's very hard because a lot of times it gets stuck in the blade. So I need to find a better juicer. So yeah, I gotta get a better juicer. But ginger root, the reason why I love ginger root something, so lemon, lime, one of those, and ginger root you will always see when I juice. And that's just because of the benefits of ginger root. So for the most part, the biggest thing that's anti-inflammatory, is it Sakis? Sorry if I said it wrong. But y'all know I like anything that's anti-inflammatory, so that's why I like beets. And they also have golden beets if you go to like the farmer's market. Normally Kroger and them don't really have the golden beets. But I like mixing beets and pineapple. The pineapple breaks up the earthly taste of the beets. But the anti-inflammatory is what I'm going for, those properties. So that's what I love about ginger. Ginger, you can add it in anything or you can take it as a shot. Yes, definitely. Add pineapple. And when I tell you it breaks up that taste. If my juicer was better, I think the reason why well, for one, because it stains easily. But the reason why I think I stopped doing beets is because I have to cut them up just right because of my juicer. So it's like some people could just throw pineapples and throw everything full on into their juicer. No, me, I feel like I gotta basically already break it down into small pieces. So it takes a lot of work. But yeah, beets have so many benefits to them, but mainly it's that anti-inflammatory property that I love. And ginger root, because it's if I say expensive, it's so cheap. But it has anti-inflammatory properties. It also helps with stomach issues such as bloating, nausea. What else? Helps prevent the formation of blood clots. So it's good to use during cold or flu. It helps regulate blood sugar. But I mean, I was sold on ginger when it talked about the anti-inflammatory properties. Use lemon to rid of these things. Okay. Good to know. I normally have my cutting board, but I know that's what some people were saying about beets. But I normally use my cutting board. I just hate how much work I have to put into when it comes to beets. But I got to get myself back healthy eating. Anytime I take like a day or two of eating whatever I want, I feel guilty a little bit because my body doesn't react well like, after I got done with taking all that medicine, I was like, I'm just gonna enjoy, you know, the next day or two of eating what I want to. Yeah, my body's paying for it. That's why I didn't sleep. That's probably why I didn't sleep well yesterday. I had probably too much sugar. And my body doesn't react well to sugar. So, I'm paying for it, y'all. I'm paying for it. My digestive system is not, so I need to take a probiotic. I'm trying to drink plenty of water. So that's why I'm also trying to get some lemon. I'm going to go to Aldi and get the dates. So, I got a couple things I got to go get. I'm going to go get me some fish. Yeah. So after I get done with this workout, I'm probably going to finish watching my movie. I got a package coming in, so I might wait for that package to get here and then go out. I don't know. We'll see how I'm feeling. Because normally I wait. I try to knock all my stuff out at home. And then for some reason, I always like to leave the house when traffic gets bad. So, I probably need to leave sooner rather than later. Around like 2 o'clock, maybe I'll try to get up and start running my errands. But the biggest mistake I'm probably going to make is lay it down. Good morning. Good morning, good morning. So that's my plan for after I get off of here. I'm on here for an hour total. So I'm just going to try to go and get some of the foods I need. Don't forget to check your Kroger clearance section. They always have some amazing things in that section. So yesterday I was able to get some pistachios, the little small bags of pistachios. The nuts, remember we talked about nuts earlier today on my TikTok. Nuts are very good when it comes to trying to get that protein. And also they can be a healthy fat. So if you're trying to find ways to get protein in, pistachios are a good protein and a healthy fat. That's why you just have to be mindful of how much you're eating. Hey, Queen. So just be mindful of how much you're eating. When it comes to the healthy fats, and when it comes to the nuts, pay attention to the serving size. But pistachios are normally my go-to snack. They don't have the full, let me look up the serving. But I know they don't. Let's see. So it says about 1 cup. So that's the thing. It says 1 cup of pistachio, 691 calories. That doesn't sound right. 691 calories. Let me look up, let me go to another source. Okay. So calories, 159 calories per ounce. So that's about 49. Okay. You shouldn't be eating more than that. That makes more sense. I'm like, 600 don't make sense. Yes. So you definitely want to make sure you're looking at the sugar. A lot of times when it comes to protein bars, that's what they're trying to sell you on, right? They're trying to catch you with what your main focus is, which is protein. So you'll look at a protein bar, you're like, ooh, this has 15 grams of protein. So that excites you. So because that's your main focus point, you'll be wanting to buy it. But a lot of times, yeah, protein bars only do have a lot of sugar. And that's why I say you have to be mindful of what companies are trying to catch you on. Normally it's whatever's trending. So if you were saying, oh, I'm trying to watch out for sugar or something like that. Normally it'll say like 0 sugar, but then it has a whole bunch of other stuff in it, right? So protein bars are the same way. Normally they try to catch you with what you're going for, which is the high protein, but they get you with the sugar. So yeah, I definitely try to look for the sugar. Let me look up one of my protein bars to give y'all an example. Of what would be a, I'm gonna say nutrition label. We'll see which one it pulls up. And also you want to look at calories. A lot of times when we eat protein bars, we're trying to, it's supposed to be a snack, right? So you don't want to eat too many calories worth of a snack. We want to make sure we're getting our calories within our meals. Because a snack is just that, a snack. It's supposed to try to get you kind of through. So a lot of times we want it to be at least 150 calories or less as far as the protein. I mean the calories, excuse me. So like this is, let me make it bigger. Pure protein. Trying to look at the nutrition label. It's showing me everything but that. Interesting. So this is called pure protein. It has 20 grams of protein, right? So if I first pick up this protein bar, I'll be excited because on the front of the package it says 20 grams. So I'm thinking, oh, that's great. But it's also 200 calories. Depending on where you are in your fitness goals, 200 calories, if you're trying to grow, wouldn't be that big of a deal, right? It's actually pretty good if you're trying to gain weight. If you're trying to lose weight, you're kind of eating into your calories with this protein bar. Sodium is 200. Total sugar, this one actually isn't bad. It has 2 grams. And that includes natural sugar and added sugar. So this pure protein bar wouldn't be bad. It's chocolate peanut butter. The only thing it might catch you on is the amount of calories that it has in it. I think that's a little bit too many calories. Let's look at the ingredients. Always look at the ingredients anytime it comes to something. If the ingredient list is very long, it's probably overly processed, for one. You want to go with something that doesn't have a lot of ingredients. And you want to try to see if you can understand half the ingredients in there. I'm trying to think, what's a protein bar a lot of people like to eat? I don't really eat protein bars like that. I don't mind trying them. If anybody in here, if you eat a protein bar, tell me the name of it so I can look it up and we can talk about it. Yeah, let me know. Let me look up my Premier Protein shake that I even though I talked to y'all about it, I don't feel like getting off my walking pad. Premier Protein Shake nutrition label, yeah. So the Premier Protein has only 1 gram of sugar, 30 grams of protein, and it's 160 calories. So right there, that alone is better than that protein bar. It got 10 more grams of protein. It got less calories and less sugar. I like Cliff, but they have too many carbs for me. I eat Nature's Bakery. Okay, let me see what those. Let me see what I'm gonna start with Cliff, and then we'll go to Nature's. Yeah, because a lot of people do like the Cliff protein bars. So this is the chocolate chip one. It has 250 calories. Protein, it don't have a lot of protein though. For it to be a snack, yes. But for the amount of calories, the protein ratio, no. So if you do the Cliff Bar protein bars, I'm not too fond of those right now. Just looking at the nutrition label. The sodium isn't terrible. The total sugar is 17 grams. Oh yeah, throw this Cliff Bar away. Throw the Cliff Bar away. I ain't even get to the calories. So which for Nature's Bakery, is it a protein bar you do? Let's see. Let's look at the nutrition label. What am I looking at? This must not be. Okay, let me go. I don't think it's a protein. Oh, okay. Because what I just pulled up definitely didn't really have no protein in it. So I was like, ugh. But I am pulling up. They got fig bars. Is it normally the fig bars you do? That's what it looks like. They mainly do is the fig bars. They're fig bars, 200 calories, protein 3 grams, total sugar 19. Yikes. I think there's a lot of sugar for something so small. But naturally, because of the figs, I get it. It's going to have sugar. Most of that is probably natural sugar from the figs. Or what they call figs. Because isn't that, what's that considered? What's that fig paste? Yeah, I feel this working in my glutes. Okay, you do the blueberry. My right glute always feels this when I walk backwards a little more. So it kind of irritates me. Just a side note. So there's this maintenance truck. And so we have, the way parking works is, you know, parking for my place isn't that bad. You can also pay for reserve parking. But this maintenance truck always parks like in the prime parking. I'm like, y'all don't move, y'all. Sorry. I just see them backing up and it's, anyway. So I think the blueberries, what I am looking at is 200. It's about the same thing as the other one I was looking at. It's hard to find things with all that sugar. It definitely is. It definitely is hard to find. But remember, you also got to remember it's total sugar and added sugar. So normally, hold on. Let me break it down for y'all. Let me not go to. So total sugar and added sugar are two important nutritional components of food that indicate the amount of sugar present. Understanding the difference between these two is crucial for making informed dietary choices. Blah, 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 blah. Okay. So total sugar refers to the total amount of sugar in a food, including both naturally occurring sugar and added sugar. I talked to y'all about this before. Okay, I'm gonna look that one up. Okay, I'm gonna look that one up next. So anytime you buy something that has fruit in it, for example, natural occurring sugars are found in fruits, vegetables, milks, and other whole foods. So a lot of times when it says total sugar, you have to understand that it's also going to include natural sugar. So if you're buying something that has fruit in it, like yogurt, if you buy the ones that have like mixed berry or something like that, when you look at the sugar, it's gonna have some sugar there, right? But you want to look at where it says included sugar. So your total sugar is talking about your natural sugar and your refined sugar. When it says sugar included, that's normally going to be your refined sugar. So you want to make sure you're paying attention to that. Added sugar refers to sugar that has been added to food during processing or preparation. This includes sugars such as table sugar, high fructose, corn syrup, honey, and syrups. So that's why if you look at the nutrition label, you'll always see where it says total sugar and added sugar. Or it says include, so it says total sugar, and then it says includes 10 grams added sugar. It makes it something like that. So that's how you know the difference between natural sugar and your refined. So make sure you're paying attention to that. And you gotta make sure you're understanding what you're eating. So if you know you're grabbing something that has fruit in it or certain veggies in it, don't be scared of the amount of sugar in there. make sure you're looking at the included sugar as well. If you're trying to watch your sugar all together, then yes, you're gonna be mindful of the total sugar. Because even, I told y'all, even if it's healthy for you, meaning like fruits and veggies, too much of it can still be too much. There is such thing as too much of a good thing. So just be mindful to look at the total sugar and included sugar. Okay? So let me look up this other bar. I'm interested. So you said the chocolate cashew brownie. Oh, I'm not moving my arm enough. My watch light. Okay, I have seen these. Let me look at the nutrition label. Let's see what we have here. So this is the gluten-free one that I clicked on. It doesn't have a lot of... This supposed to be a protein bar? Maybe I clicked on the wrong thing, because this ain't got a lot of protein in it. It only says 2 grams of protein. I don't know. I don't know if that's a good protein bar. If that's supposed to be a protein bar, not proteiny. Making up words. Okay, let me try clicking on another one. Maybe I clicked on the wrong one. Yeah, no. Yeah, I wouldn't do that one. That's not... If it don't have a minimum of 8 grams of protein, minimum, I don't want it. And this one, the highest one I've seen so far is 4. I just clicked on a different one. I saw 2. I saw 4. Let me click on this one. It has just 7 real ingredients, so that's good. It doesn't have a lot of different ingredients in it. So that's what they tried. I told you that's where different companies try to get you. At one point, it was a trend to get things that didn't have a lot of ingredients in it. So that's one thing they led on their packaging. It says just 7 real ingredients. So of course, if that's what my focus is to find something that has pretty good ingredients, and it talks about the omega-3s, then yeah, I'm very interested. But the fact that it's supposed to be, it doesn't say it's a protein bar, so it's not even a protein bar. So I can't even get mad at that, because it's not selling itself as a protein bar. Hey, how are you doing? The protein in this one's 6 grams. The calories, 210. The sugar, 15. But this one is a chocolate peanut butter brownie fruit and nut bar. So it's saying that it doesn't have any added sugar. The sugar be crazy. So the 7 ingredients in here, it says dates, peanuts, cashews, hemp seeds, cocoa powder, sea salt, and vanilla extract. My heart rate definitely ain't getting up. My watch is like, baby, are you working out? I spend lots of time in the store reading labels. I've gotten to the point to where I don't even read labels no more, to be honest. And I think that's why I stick so much to what I know is good for me. I'm just over reading labels. I mean, if I want to try something new, I'll read a label. But yeah, it becomes a lot of work when it comes to like reading labels and what am I looking for. But this bar doesn't have any added sugar. It just has a lot of sugar from what's in the food or what's in the bar. Very beautiful eyes. Why, thank you. You know, I've been told I have very big eyes. I have big everything. I have a big forehead. I have big eyes. So I appreciate it. So yeah, just be mindful when you're looking at protein bars. Look at how much protein is really in there. You want to have a minimum of 8 grams. Look at the calories. my stop twice because my walking pad got off track. How it got off track? How'd that happen? There's some things you want to look for. So you want to look at calories, especially if you're trying to tone, tone or lean out. When people say tone, they're really saying they want to build muscle. So that's why I do that a lot. Because really you're trying to lean, you're trying to build muscle. But somehow we've made that, people in the fitness community don't just use the word tone, but that's what people understand and recognize. So, but depending on your goals, the main things I look for anytime I pick up anything, I look at sugar, calories, sodium, and protein. Carbs, for some reason, I don't pay attention to as much. That's never really my concern. Maybe it should be, but it's not. I recommend researching online before going to the store to save time. True. At least you be the comfort of your home. Okay, didn't tighten enough after trying to adjust it. Got you. Yeah. So I'm glad I kind of looked at some of these bars. Because I see what I don't want to try. But like I said, I tend to stick to what I know. And for me, I like pistachios. Those are like my favorite nuts. I love those. My Premier Protein. Premier Protein is so expensive to pay $10 for 4 drinks. To me, it's kind of expensive, especially when for the most part, all I do is drink water. So when it comes to drinking my protein or my nutrients, it's kind of like, I'm paying $10. That may not sound like a lot, but to me it is. Because I would need to get to drink one of those a day, I would need to get 2 of those. That's $20. And that's just on a snack. $20. You get yours from Sam, how much they cost from there? If it has cane sugar, do you need to monitor how much it has in the bar? Yes. Sugar in general. Just sugar in general. I mean, there's certain sugar that's better than others. We still gotta be mindful. It's not as processed, so that's good. There's very minimal processed when it's cane sugar, but oh, you get 26 for 12. I'm gonna have to look. I'll look it up. I'll try googling it on Sam. Hold on, I'm gonna answer your question next, Tanika. Where's the price? Sign in to see price. Boy, I tell you, sucker. But they do a 15 pack, but it doesn't tell you got to sign in to get the price. Boy, I tell you, that's when you know people be playing. Okay, so you asked me your thoughts about granola bars. So granola bars normally to me have too much sugar. Do you have a granola bar that you like to eat so I can look up the nutrition label? I said that backwards. So 12 for 20. Okay, got you. $12 for 26. That's not bad. That's not bad at all. So it's called, okay. Let me look that up. I never heard of this one. So let me look at the nutrition label. So I just picked a random one. Let me see which one this is. So this is the chewy peanut butter chocolate chip granola bar. So it's 130 calories. Sodium's not too bad. But there's no protein. So what is this? It's just, okay, so it's just a snack. Yeah, it don't say protein bar. So that's another thing people have to pay attention to. Just because something is in a bar form, I'm not saying you thought this was a snack, I'm not saying that. But just let people know. Don't get confused about what is packaged to look like a protein bar. Because yeah, this is just a snack. This doesn't give you no protein. To me, this is more so empty calorie. I mean, it's not empty, but I want to eat this. It's 130 calories. Total carbs is 20 grams. Protein is 3 grams. Total sugar, 6 grams. I want to eat it. And if you're just hungry and you're trying to get through the day, and that's all, you know, if you pick in between chips and a granola bar, I mean, I would go with the granola bar. But if I'm trying to pick something good to eat at a grocery store, like as a snack, I wouldn't go with this. Have you heard of the Bobby approved app? I haven't. What's that? Now I gotta Google it. Tell me about it. The Bobby Approved app is a free mobile application developed by social media food influencer Bobby Parrish that helps consumers identify healthier food product by scanning barcodes at the grocery store. The app highlights potentially harmful ingredients such as natural and artificial flavors, food dyes, chemical additives, and inflammatory seed oils. It provides information on why they're detrimental. Okay. I may have to try that because I am going to run a couple of errands today that involves me going to the grocery store. I'm going to go to a couple. So I'm gonna download that before I go and scan it and see how I like it. It's good for your health or not? Because I want to see how it rates stuff. Like, what's the standard? Like, what makes something healthy? Like, what's their standard for that? So if I said I want a protein bar, what are they approving as good versus not? Are they looking at everything, the calories, the sugar, the sodium, the protein? Or, you know, so I'm going to play with it when I go to the stores today to see. All right, look at y'all. I've been walking for 40 minutes. Can you believe that? This hour has passed by. It's always hard once I get done my morning to get back to the second workout. Because I told y'all I do exactly what I'm not supposed to do, and that's sit down. And so the minute I sit down, my body does tighten up a little bit. And then also I get lazy. And my body's just tired, all right? I walked this morning for about 7 miles. So naturally, I walked for over 2 hours. Well, yeah, I walked for over 2 hours. I think when I got off, I was at 2 hours. I can't remember, like maybe 15 minutes. So getting off, I sat down, started watching this movie. I try to relax in between my 2 workouts. So between 7:30 and 11:30, any break time I get, I normally try to just relax. Do stuff that doesn't make my mind have to work too much. And then once I get done with my 11:30 workout, that's when I kind of get the ball rolling a little bit more. Yeah, my biceps hurt from yesterday's workout, just so I want y'all to know that. I feel like I'm holding my arms weird. And it's because they still hurt. Not hurting like a bad way, they're sore. So that's why I said yesterday's workout, we hit compound muscles. Because even when we were doing that, the 90-degree, the external rotation, holding it here, you're also working that bicep. So even though we were turning out, and we're trying to hit the back and our delts, you also are burning out your biceps. So side note, y'all, I get my nails done on Sunday. I just want to tell y'all that. I get my nails done on Sunday. I'm so excited. I'm starting off basic. The person I'm going to does she has really good work. But I'm starting off simple. And then I'm going to let her do her own thing once I get comfortable with her. But I'm excited, y'all. I normally don't wear a lot of nails because they're easier to break when I'm lifting. And I have to move a certain way when I have nails on. But, you know, it's time for me to be cute. It's time for me to invest in myself. No, it's not my first time. I'm just being immature. It's not my first time. I used to get my nails done all the time. But because I don't go out, I know having your nails done or like pedicures, manicures, just things to naturally make you feel good, self-care. But for me, when they start raising the prices to be so expensive, oh no, I'm not getting them long. You know, I gotta keep it looking professional. I'll show y'all once they get done. But I think just because the prices were going up, it made me stop getting my nails done because I thought the prices were ridiculous. I'm like I think one time I went to get my nails done, and I'm very simple. Y'all would never see me with, you know, a whole bunch of design. I'm trying to get out of that. Like, I want to have like one time where I just go crazy with my nails because I was in the military. I've always been very like cut and dry with how I do things, like even hair color. I don't really do crazy hair colors, and it's like I'm not trying to like. I'm not going through like a midlife crisis or nothing like that, but I would like to just have fun and like have my nails, like maybe let her freestyle with it. Doesn't like having fresh nails. It's all right. Right off for me. Okay. So yeah, it's just been a while since I've gotten them done. For the longest, I was doing press-on nails. Because I think one time I got my nails done, they were like $150. And if y'all see how I get my nails, you're probably like, girl, what do they do for $150? Because I don't do all this crazy designs and stuff like that. I normally get like one color. This time I am getting my nails different colors. So I want like pink and like an off-white. So that's about as crazy as I'm getting this go around. But I think next time I get them done, I'm going to let her do her thing, kind of freestyle and have fun with it. Because I'm free. I don't work for nobody. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, why keep myself confined and restricted? And it's still going to be cute and professional. I don't get them long. I always get pedicures, not the nails. So yeah, when I get it done Sunday, I'm going to show y'all on Monday. So Monday, I still plan on working out with y'all. So I'm going to show y'all Monday. So I'm going to get my hands and my feet. And sometimes it's hard to find a good person to go to. Like, you want to build rapport. So to me, getting my nails done is kind of like finding a good trainer. I got to trust you. I'm not that person who just go to the nail salon down the street. Like, I've never been good at that. I need to go to somebody that other people have told me about. So yeah, Sunday, I'm getting them done. Yeah, I usually stick to pink, basic and simple. So yeah. So this nail color, yeah, I'm doing white and I'm doing pink. So like one nail be pink, one nail be, it's like the baby pink, I guess you can say, or blush pink is what I'm going for. Not hot pink. But I'm just excited to finally be putting money into myself. I normally don't invest into myself. Like, let's say nails cost, I'm just throwing this out there, $100. For me, spending $100 on something that's temporary, doesn't make sense to me in my mind because I feel like there's something else I could do with that $100. So a lot of times I talk myself out of doing things for myself because I'm just like, these nails gonna last like 2-3 weeks, and you spend $100 on for what? But at the same time, it does make you feel good. Makes me feel like a lady. So yeah, nah. But yeah. And then it's like, when you find these special nail techs, they want you to pay a deposit. They want you to, like, it just got, the rules of how things need to be before you go get your nails or hair done have just changed so much that it makes you say, never mind. But I'm excited about finally getting them done. I'm gonna see how she does. She's reasonably priced. She's not that far from me. So I support small business because she's just starting out. But yeah, y'all, I was doing press-on nails for the longest. That way I didn't care if one broke. There's some pretty nice press-ons now. But I think I just do too much with my hands, and I don't have to worry about looking down at my hands and one's missing. I've had that happen several times where you don't realize it till later. I like wearing my own hair, but I just got braids last month after 26 years. Yeah, I be wearing my wig, y'all. I like just the... If y'all look at my older videos, you'll see that I was wearing my hair out for a good little minute. My real hair. And it just sweats so easily. So, I like wearing... My daughter was like, I never saw you with braids. So, I was actually thinking about doing braids myself. So, clearly I need to do them before I get my nails done, right? So, I was thinking about doing braids. Now, I'm thinking. Because I'm going to do them myself. But I had stopped doing braids for a little while because I felt like it was pulling at my edges. That's because I like to wear my hair up. I'm not really a wear my hair down type of person. But I think I want to wear braids up until my birthday and then I'll change it. So that's what I think I'm going to do. I'm going to put braids in this weekend. Get my nails done Sunday. Then I won't have to worry about my hair. And I'll keep that in for, 6 weeks or so. And then change it out before my birthday in December. I think it was how long I was wearing. I was wearing locks and I was wearing the braids. And so I think the way I was wearing it was putting a lot of tension on my edges. And so when I went and got my hair straightened, she basically told me, she was like, how have you been wearing your hair? It's been pulling. So I thought, ooh. But I enjoy wearing the wigs. They are simple. I see why people get into it. All right, y'all. Let me at least give y'all, we did good today. We did talk about nutrition. We talked about protein bars. We talked about sugar. So I have given y'all some health and fitness tips. So let me give y'all one or two more. So earlier today we talked about, which one I want to hit? So we talked about best exercises to do in a short time frame. So if you're in a time crunch, I'll hit that one. That's a pretty quick one to hit. So we talked about compound movements. So if you're somebody who can't hit the gym that often, you want to do compound movements. Compound movements are anything that's going to recruit multiple muscle groups, okay? So that can be your squats, deadlift, rows, lunges, hip thrusts, push-ups. Trying to think what else. A lot of the movements we did yesterday were compound. What isn't compound, when you do things like bicep curls. When I do a bicep curl, that's all I'm working is my bicep. So you want to make sure you're doing compound movements. I do compound movements even when I'm not in a time crunch. But if you're mostly in a time crunch, you only go to the gym maybe 2 times a week, you want to make sure you're hitting those compound movements. We also talk about breathing techniques while working out. So the best way to breathe when you're working out is you want to make sure you're inhaling through your nose and exhaling through your mouth. So you want to inhale on the short muscle movement and exhale on the long. To give you an example, like I used earlier today, because it's easy for people to visualize, is the squat. If you're squatting, you want to take an inhale right before you're about to go down. So basically, the best way to look at it as your body's shrinking, right? So the muscles are shorter. And then right when you're about to explode up or push up, if you have a weight on your back, you want to exhale. So you want to exhale out your mouth when you're coming up from the squat, okay? So when you're trying to elongate those muscles. So when you're trying to shorten them, because you're shortening when you squat, remember to inhale. When you're trying to elongate, exhale. Same thing. It pretty much can work with anything else you think about. I also said, to make it easier for those who are visual learners, is anytime you're trying to move the bar. So normally when you're trying to go against gravity, all right? So like I said with the squat, when you're trying to pull up, that's when you want to exhale out your mouth. you're going against gravity, right? You're trying to explode up. Chest press, when you're coming down, you want to inhale. And then exhale, it's almost like you're trying to blow that bar away from you. So it's kind of like, okay? So just some, you know, pieces for you to kind of take with you. Try to remember when you're working out. A lot of us just huff and puff anyway. It's going to take some time to get used to breathing in your nose. That's like a control thing. Even though I know that's how you're supposed to do it, I don't do it myself. I inhale and exhale through my mouth. It's how I'm going to get it done, all right? But I can only imagine how... Sorry, I got distracted. I can only imagine if I actually did it correct. And it did inhale through my mouth and exhale through... in my nose and exhale through my mouth. I probably could run faster. But I think just like engaging the core, that's just something that you have to work on so it becomes natural. But for me, for the most part, I keep my mouth open. Y'all, way to push me through this hour. We're already at 52.5 minutes. As far as my watch. I know I've been going longer on there. But as far as when I actually started walking, I had to walk an hour. It's how long I'm walking. I'm almost there, y'all. I feel it in my back. So yesterday's workout, I definitely feel in my traps. I feel in my shoulders. I feel in my biceps. My delts aren't too bad. Delts are normally, it's this area here. Those, I think because I worked them so much, I don't really feel it. But I think going from the upward row to the shoulder press, because that was something different. So that's why sometimes you just got to give your body something different, because even though I've been using the 12 and 15 pound weights for the amount of time that I have, just by changing movements, my body's sore. Sore doesn't always correlate with how well you're doing something, but I feel like if you're known to work out and you have good form, because sometimes you can be sore just from having bad form. But I had good form yesterday, and I know I tried different movements, and so I know that's what's caused my body to be a little sore. So I like it. So we almost there, y'all. We are almost to that hour mark. Let's see where I'm at with my steps. I think today I said I'll probably get, not in this walking, but all together, 18,000 for the day. 18 to 20. I was at 450 calories before I started this workout that I had burned. So with this workout, I burned about 130. So I'm not walking fast. Let's see what the walking pad is at. The walking pad was only at 1.6 miles per hour, so I wasn't walking fast. So far, I burned 130. So I'm going to hit 18,000 steps for sure before I get off. So even though I wasn't able to walk as many steps as I did this morning, because I am walking backwards, it could be a mix of my legs being fatigued from this morning. But I definitely will say that I do feel it in my glutes and I feel it in my quads a little more than I did walking forward this morning. My calf muscles also feel the burn. So I will say walking backwards definitely puts a little more tension on your body in a good way. So just give it a try. Anytime you use the handrails, what I would say is it's okay to use them, right? A lot of people sometimes on social media will try to make it seem like using the handrails on a piece of equipment is not good to do. Don't listen to that. That's what they're meant for. They're meant for your safety. The thing is, you don't want to depend on them as far as getting through your workout. So you don't want to use the handrail to lean on. You want to use it more as a guide. So if you're having to like use the rails to help you stay the pace you're walking or whatever it is you're doing, then you might want to lower your speed, okay? Use the handrails only as a guide, only as a safety precaution to catch you if need be. But yeah, I know a lot of times I see people leaning. See my big back stuff. I just got a notification from Too Good To Go. And I guess there's some new stuff in there. So my eyes got distracted looking at that. All right, y'all, less than 3.5 minutes. My hips are starting to tighten up a little bit. Just a tither. When I tell y'all, I'm always so happy once I finish my workouts. Even though mentally I feel good, right? Because I feel like I'm making progress. It just feels so good when I'm done. It's like, check, you did it. Especially because I work for myself. The hardest part for me was trying to put myself on a schedule. At one point, I was waking up whenever I felt like it, and then I would work out. And that's why originally I started working out on YouTube at 11:30, because it gave me enough time to wake up and kind of drag a little bit. And so I was like, LJ, I mean, I said a different name, but y'all know me as LJ. LJ, if you want different results, you gotta do something different. You can't expect things to come to you easy. So you waking up whenever you feel like it, getting on YouTube, posting a video when you feel like it's not gonna work. If you really want this to be something that you're gonna be, really expand upon, you gotta be consistent. And so I then started incorporating TikTok, and I made it to where I had to get up at 7:30. At first I was gonna do it where I do YouTube first at 11:30, and then I get on TikTok afterwards. Because I think when I first started getting on TikTok, that's what I was doing. But I was like, you gotta be more intentional. What makes more sense? When can people work out? 1 o'clock in the afternoon or 7:30 in the morning? What are your better odds? So that's how I ended up at 7:30. But I was like, but I don't want to get up. And it's like, then you don't want it then, all right? So that's the type of talks I have with myself. Yes, I talk and I answer back. Does that make me crazy? Whoop-de-doo. It might make me crazy. But everything's a mental game. So when it comes to wanting something that you desire in life, you got to go after it. You got to do things sometimes that's your comfort zone. So I was trying to win comfortably, right? I was trying to win by waking up when I want to wake up, working out when I want to work out, doing things on my time. And it's like, you're not going to win that way. You got to get out your comfort zone. So that's what I've been doing. And so my thing is, even on days where I'm not hitting benchmarks that I wanted to, it's okay. I got to keep pushing. You're going to have your highs and lows, right? If you never knew what a bad day was, how would you know what a good day looked like, right? You got to have something to compare it to. All right, less than 20 seconds, y'all. Woo woo. So my walking pass has already hit an hour. So I did about 8.5, 9 miles worth of walking today. I always forget to look at my walking pad in the morning time. I did it, y'all. So now I'm about to walk slow. Really slow. Just for a couple of minutes, just to kind of get my heart rate back down. It's not going to take that long. So maybe just for another minute or two. Because my heart rate didn't get as elevated as it did this morning. So it won't take long to slow down. Remember I told y'all it's good to kind of get your heart rate back down so when I step off, you're not dizzy. I appreciate the share of self-awareness and introspection. You're welcome. I do what I can. I do what I can. Because I really do low-key have a lazy spirit, y'all. I'd be so lazy. I just want to lay in bed. But I want to be successful at the same time. So how that work? How that work? So did you finish getting your steps in, Kellis? Or were you sitting there? You got your steps in? Okay, so I'm gonna stop now because I'm at 600 calories. And that's an easy number for y'all to remember. Y'all, why I feel like I was still moving when I stopped? Okay, anyway. Yeah. Your legs ever do that? When you've been walking or running for a long time, then you stop and it still feel like they moving? I was walking. Okay, Kellis, good job. That lazy spirit be heavy at times. Yes. For me, I definitely get that lazy spirit because I am an entrepreneur, and I think right now I'm comfortable, and I'm trying to force myself to get out of that comfort because I want so much more out of life. I know I just use a double positive, but anyway, I want more out of life. So that's why I'm trying to push myself, because I don't want to look back once I get older saying I shoulda, coulda, wouldas. Because I know God put me on this earth to have such a great purpose. And so I'm like, okay, get up. Get up. So that's what forces me to get up every day to work out and do this, because I know something's going to come of it. I just got to be patient and keep pushing. And, when God feels like I'm ready to make certain moves, those opportunities will present themselves. So sometimes God is trying to build you up for things you don't even know, right? And it doesn't make sense. Like I told y'all that I first got on YouTube, because I didn't think nobody really got on YouTube anyway, right? It's like, nobody get on here. But I knew it was a platform that has more stability than all the other platforms. It's been around the longest, I feel like, as far as like the growth of it. But I feel like overall, YouTube prepared me to get on TikTok and be prepared for those who may not have nice things to say to me. Because the community I built over here was so protective of me. It wasn't for you and the knowledge, I would not have been consistent for the last 2 to 3 weeks consistently. Thank you for showing up for you and us. Thank you, Kellis. I appreciate that. I get more steps in tonight. Okay. What you rub? I'm interested to know. What you rub? But yeah, just know if you're doing stuff in the right direction, like you're being consistent and you're trying to go in a positive direction, just stay with it. You're being prepared for something that's greater. Maybe me talking on here will eventually lead to me doing public speaking somewhere. I don't know. I mean, I gotta slow down, how I talk, but and maybe work on my diction a little bit, but that's neither here nor there. Okay, volleyball. Thank you for joining. I appreciate it. I appreciate when y'all join. I told y'all, no matter how many people get on my live, I'm always appreciative. And that's what I mean. I want y'all to understand that even with my 8 people on here right now, I'm appreciative of it. And, and I mean that sincerely. Because I told y'all already that, God gives, even when he gives you little, he wants to know how you act with that. And then once he sees how you act with that he'll see how deserving you are to get more, right? So if I wasn't grateful for the few people that got on my live now, how would I be thankful for the plethora I'm going to get later down the line, right? So I'm always grateful. That's why I'm always going to try to show up, God willing. I always try to get on here no matter how I'm feeling. Because even if I can help one person with their fitness journey, that's more than 0, right? So 1 is something. So I always take it. So I'm thankful. Today I hit 600 calories. So I want y'all to remember that. Because I was trying to explain to y'all how metabolic burn happens throughout the day. So I'm at 600 calories now that I've stopped my workout. Tomorrow, I'm going to tell y'all by the time I go to sleep tonight, it's 12:40 right now. So I'm going to tell y'all tomorrow how many calories I burn by the time I go to sleep tonight. So I just want y'all to, what I'm trying to get y'all to understand is, even though you may not burn the amount of calories that you want it to in a workout, as long as you have the intensity and you put the work in, you're going to keep burning. Okay. Glad I saw you on TikTok this morning. Okay. So you came from TikTok too. Go TikTok. I love that y'all are coming from TikTok. I appreciate it. Thank you, Teresa. But I appreciate it. I appreciate that I'm growing a female audience. I was so worried about having a whole bunch of dudes on here. That's not the audience I want to talk to. Okay. I love y'all though. I love my brothers, but that's not. I love my ladies. Oh, you did? Okay. Sometimes y'all names me. I come over to YouTube. I'm like, what? I think Kelly's the only name I can remember from TikTok because her name and Tanika because their names are the same on TikTok. But if y'all names it the same, I don't really remembering. Okay, now it makes sense. And I can put two and two together. But yay, I love it. That excites me. So I guess TikTok is already playing its role in my life already by bringing out over to YouTube. YouTube is my first baby. This is where I really want to grow. And this is why I'm having to be patient. And, you know, they say when you ask God to give you something, he going to give it to you. And I've been asking for patience. But I don't think I want to ask for that no more. You know, I don't want to ask for that. I don't want no more patience. I'm tired of patience. Okay. So I'm going to start asking for something else. But it is teaching me to be patient and to be understanding and give myself grace. So I thank y'all. Let me tell y'all how many steps I got for today so y'all can know that as well. So I closed out with 18,261 steps on the day. Are you on TikTok every morning at 7:30? Yes. So this week I'll be on, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Friday. Saturday, my sister is doing hip hop dance. And then I'll be back Monday. So I'm not doing Sundays anymore. So yeah, TikTok every morning at 7:30. So Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday. And then my sister does the hip hop dance. I want to say she does it at 10 o'clock is when she was doing it. We're trying to find a good time for that. We're still trying to figure that out. So we call it our pilot right now. And then I'm trying to figure out when I can fit in going Monday through Friday. So I'm looking to start going Monday through Friday. I forgot I was going out of town. So that's why I'm trying to figure out if I can really make it happen next week. It's not that I'm trying to make excuses, y'all, but I paid for this flight in this rental car. Baby, I'm going to use it. I want to be out and about. Okay? I'm still going to work out, but I don't know if it'll be enough for me to like get on social media and do it. But y'all would definitely still see me posting videos, so like short videos and stuff like that. I'll still be posting those next week. So yeah, just make sure you're subscribed or you follow me on one of my social media platforms. That way you can know when I'm hopping on. But for the most part, I'm trying to stay as consistent as possible. I think the 7:30 time on TikTok will be more than likely I will get on TikTok while I'm out of town more than YouTube, because YouTube's right in the middle of the day. It's like 11:30, you know? So I got to figure that out, y'all. I got to figure that out. Okay, when you come back over here. I'm still gonna get on, y'all. Okay, when you come back over here. Depending on what my days, and I'm not out of town that long, but just depending on like the time frame and stuff like that. So Monday I won't be on. I forgot about that. I'll be on the plane on Monday. But I can get on TikTok at 7:30. My flight leaves in the afternoon. So I will be on TikTok on Monday. TikTok has a better chance of seeing me than YouTube next week. But we're not even in next week, y'all. Let's worry about this week. Let's focus on this week. Okay, let's get through this week. Let's not get ahead of ourselves, okay? And it's not even a real vacay. For real. I'm just kind of turning it to one. I'm still going to be working, y'all. But I plan on doing like some hiking. You know. I always got to do something physical. Physical is going to be in my life. That's what vacay is to me. Being able to do something physical. Started late, but I still want to. Okay, good job, queen. Good job. Yeah, set your notifications. Like, I'm going to keep y'all posted. If you follow me on YouTube, y'all know I already post. I always post on there if I'm not going to be on. Y'all already know. If you know, you know. And TikTok, I'll post in my story. So if I normally don't post in my story. So if you see something in my story, it's probably me letting y'all know if I'm going to be on, if the time has changed, I'm going to be on. Something like that, okay? So, cause I am gonna be in a different time zone. So I gotta figure out how that works. Cause that means I'm gonna have to be up early to stay with this 7:30 time. Yeah, we gonna worry about that when we get there, okay? But thank y'all for joining me for the walk and talk. I'm gonna figure out my life and figure out next week and how I can make that shape. That way I can give y'all a better idea of when I'm gonna be on. Yeah, I'm gonna figure it out. Y'all. It may not be every day, but I am gonna at least make sure. I know Monday I'll be able to get on TikTok for sure because my flight doesn't leave till later. But I just gotta figure out the other days, okay? But we're gonna worry about that when it gets here. As of now, thank y'all. I appreciate y'all. Have a good day. Happy Tuesday. Be kind. Be blessed. All right, y'all. See you tomorrow. Same time. I'll be on TikTok tomorrow at 7:30, and I'll be on here at 11:30.